With Love, Meghan, that stupid program on Netflix, failed to rank among Netflix's top 300 most watched titles between January and June. The New York Post, confirmed Markle's 8-part series ranked 383rd with just 5.3 million views since it debuted.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, saw this coming. Meghan Markle just flipped the royal script again, and this time, she's not chasing a crown. She's building an empire. A lifestyle brand, a total rebrand, and maybe, just maybe, the final act in her long game to control her story. But what really made her walk away from Hollywood deals to start over? Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll see Meghan in a completely different light. So here's the tea. At the Fortune Most Powerful Women Summit last week, Meghan Markle, yes, the Meghan Markle, walked on stage in muted cream. Confident smile, fresh energy. She wasn't there to talk royal gossip or Netflix ratings. She was there to announce something brand new, her lifestyle brand as ever. She called it a reflection of timelessness.
This is huge. Harry and Meghan are leaving the palace to become financially independent. And you see, this is what happens when you bring the first black woman into the royal family.
And then came the headline that made everyone pause. She's shifting away from long-form shows like With Love, Meghan to short social media videos. Translation, Meghan's not playing the Hollywood game anymore. She's writing her own rules. But this pivot isn't just business. It's personal. It's about identity, reputation, and that constant pressure to reinvent when the world keeps telling you who you're supposed to be. Let's rewind. Before royal titles and palace drama, Meghan Markle was an actress hustling for roles. Remember Suits? Rachel Zane, the smart, stylish paralegal who became a fan favorite. Off-screen, Meghan was already curating her image, running her lifestyle blog, The Tig. It was sunshine, travel, empowerment, avocado toast before avocado toast was a thing.
Like, what's this girl, Meghan Markle? Just complaining. I was like, didn't she hit the light-skin lottery? Acting all dumb like she don't know nothing. I had no idea how racist they were. It's the royal family. They're the original racists.
Then 2016 happened. The royal romance heard round the world. Meghan meets Prince Harry, and suddenly her life transforms from red carpets to Buckingham Palace gates. The world fell in love with the fairy tale. The American actress turned duchess, breaking barriers in royal history. But fairy tales fade fast under flashbulbs. The press turned relentless. Headlines turned toxic. And by 2020, after months of criticism, scrutiny, and racist undertones, Meghan and Harry stepped back from royal duties. They called it a step back. The world called it Megxit. That moment set the stage for everything that followed.
Why don't you like her?
Let me count the ways. There's nothing I like about her. She is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim. My castle's too small.
Yeah.
The queen is mean to me. They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore.
A fresh start in California, freedom, and a brand new battle for identity. Picture it. Montecito, sunlight, gardens, lavender candles. Meghan and Harry sign mega deals with Spotify and Netflix. The goal? Tell their story their way. The world expected blockbusters. And at first, they got them. The Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan was a massive streaming event. Record viewership, huge conversations, major money. But then came Archetypes, her podcast. Candid talks with women about labels, feminism, and identity. It even won a People's Choice Award.
Because they don't really know how to make money, right? Their entire brand is talking about their own victimhood, and they've kind of signed a deal with the devil. They've agreed to Spotify. I think that the deal was something like $25 million. And they agreed to this deal thinking that they were going to do something productive and healthy, but in reality, what Spotify wants is blood.
Still, when Spotify ended the deal in 2023, critics pounced. One executive infamously called the project a flop. Ouch. Meghan kept quiet, at least publicly. Then came the next chapter, Netflix's With Love, Meghan, a documentary meets lifestyle series about inspiration, home, and culture. Expectations were sky high. The show looked beautiful, but it didn't land as big as streaming execs hoped. Season 2 never cracked Netflix's top 10. For the first time, it seemed like Meghan's Hollywood moment was stalling. But then, the pivot. Flash to October 2025. Fortune Most Powerful Women Summit. Meghan Markle takes the stage in front of a room filled with CEOs, founders, and leaders. Calm, confident, not selling a show, selling a vision.
Uncle, make it end. Make it end. What is this? Guys, I feel like I'm a very accepting person. Truly, I want to like something about her. I'm searching for something to like about her, and it's so hard.
She introduces As Ever, a brand she calls a love letter to the art of everyday living. She confirms that With Love Meghan may not continue, but As Ever definitely will. Then she drops the line that becomes a headline. I'm focusing on short social videos, snippets that feel personal and timeless. Wait, the Meghan Markle, a royal turned Hollywood producer, is now pivoting to TikTok-style clips? Yup, because she knows attention spans are short, and so is forgiveness in the media cycle. She calls it reconnecting with joy. Critics call it a soft rebrand. Fans, they call it a comeback. Let's talk brand strategy, because this is where it gets fascinating.
She is the most insecure person I have seen in the public eye in a long time. That is why everything had to be perfectly curated.
As Ever didn't appear out of nowhere. It was first teased as American Riviera Orchard, named after Santa Barbara's nickname. Beautiful, but a mouthful. Then, boom, name change, As Ever. Simple, soft, elegant, and loaded with meaning. Think about it. As Ever sounds like a sign-off from a handwritten letter. With love, As Ever. That's classic Meghan. The brand's visual identity? Cream tones, linen textures, copper accents. A luxury feel without screaming luxury. Old money aesthetic, new money execution. Her first product drop was small batch jams sent to friends and influencers. The internet lost it. Some people mocked it. Others begged to buy it. But this is how modern luxury brands launch now. Exclusivity first, expansion later. It's smart, calculated, very Gwyneth meets Hermes. And if you look closely, you'll see the echo of her old blog, The Tig, in every detail, but with a mature lens. That's what makes this so compelling. It's not a reboot, it's a return to self. Of course, the internet did what it does best, reacted in 0.3 seconds. Headlines split like a fault line. Meghan Markle rebrands as lifestyle guru. Meghan goes full influencer. Is this the real Meghan? Some called her strategic, some called her desperate. But here's the truth. Reinvention always comes with resistance. Think about it. Every woman who's ever changed her path in public gets called a sellout before she's called a visionary. Meghan knows this. She's lived it. From royal protocol to brand launches, she's been scrutinized for simply trying to grow. And that's what makes As Ever so layered.
Let's look at this Meghan Markle show, because this is actually better than I thought. This woman, who I have now a fondness for, is criminally insane. Every person that she has on the show is someone that she hates.
It's not just a business, it's an identity in motion. You can feel the undertone. This isn't about relevance, it's about reclaiming peace. Meghan even said at the summit, I had to give myself the grace to pivot. Grace, not ego, not revenge. Grace. That one word changed the whole tone of the conversation. So, what's her actual plan? Simple. Be everywhere without doing everything. Instead of hour-long Netflix episodes, she'll create short, personal videos, the kind that go viral on Instagram and TikTok. Imagine her showing recipes, reflections, or simple moments at home. Soft lighting, cup of tea, voice of calm. That's powerful storytelling in today's attention economy. She's also positioning herself as a founder. not just a celebrity face. That difference matters. It shifts her from endorser to entrepreneur. In business terms, that's how you build a legacy. And the timing? Flawless. 2025 has been the year of the quiet luxury boom. Brands that sell calm, heritage, and taste over trend. As ever, fits right in. Meghan is tapping into what people want right now: softness, stability, and authenticity. Or at least the version of authenticity that photographs well on a linen tablecloth. And then the moment that summed it all up, a reporter asked, "What if the Netflix series doesn't return?" Meghan smiled, paused, and said, "As ever will go on." 4 words, but they hit like a revelation. For years, she's been the subject of someone else's story. Royal narratives, tabloid narratives, streaming narratives. But in that moment, she rewrote the ending. As ever will go on. That's not just a brand promise. It's a personal declaration. Silence, applause, flashes. Even her critics had to admit, it was a power move done with grace. So where does that leave her? Somewhere between royalty and reality. Meghan's story is no longer about titles or television. It's about ownership. Owning her name, her voice, her vision. There's a lesson there for anyone who's ever been labeled before they were heard. Reinvention isn't failure, it's evolution. And if you look closely at Meghan's moves, they're not random, they're rhythmic. Every pivot builds on the last one. From the TIG to Netflix to As Ever. Each version of Meghan is a step toward autonomy. She may never escape the headlines, but maybe that's not the goal anymore. Maybe the goal is peace with herself, her brand, her story. Because when you think about it, every reinvention is really just a return to who you were trying to be all along. And if that's the case, then Meghan Markle is finally home. So what do you think? Is Meghan's next act her most authentic yet, or just another strategic move in the royal chess game? Either way, one thing's clear. She's playing for legacy, not likes. If you enjoyed this one, hit like, subscribe, and stick around. Because if you thought this chapter was wild, wait till you see who's making their next royal comeback.